God is asking us to bring our tithe to the house and to test Him in this, and that He will open up the windows of heaven of blessings over your life. And so that's the verse I'm gonna kind of stick on and just kind of share a testimony on how I put that into practice. And honestly, this is not a financial message, but it's a spiritual one. And just like God blesses our finances, He blesses our spiritual walk as well. And that's what I want to show you, how His word said to test Him. And when He says to test Him, He's saying to trust Him. He's saying to have faith in Him. And in order to do that, we have to do something. He's asking us to bring our tithe. So when He asks us to do something, we need to take action for Him to move in our part. And that's how God works. This is what happened to me in my life. So about going close to 5 years ago, me and my family moved to Awaken. And what that looked like was me and my beautiful wife, Dulce, my beautiful daughter, Candy, and myself. And we came to Awaken, and there's more to us than just us three. You know, I have another beautiful daughter, my son-in-law, Rick, my eldest son, Pablo. And almost instantly as we came here, we started seeing just what was happening here, the culture, just how we're being discipled and the leadership and just the quality of the ministry. It just inspired us to want to have all our family here, not just the three of us. So almost instantly we started praying and believing, me and my wife, that was our heart's desire. And every Tuesday morning at men's prayer, that was always on my petition to God. My children, I want my kids here in unity, in this house, together. And me and my wife, when we would pray, that's what we would always pray in unity for our family. We want them here at Awaken. My kids, honestly, it seemed impossible at the time that we were praying for this, because our kids were so enrooted at the church that we were at and where they came from. And honestly, it wasn't a bad thing. It was a good church. I have nothing bad to say about that, but I wanted them here, you know. I was blessed to know that they had their own independent walk away from us. They weren't going to church because their parents were going to church. They were going to church because they believed God, they loved God, and God loved them. And so I was blessed in that respect, but I wanted more for them, you know. And so the way this changed, like I said, year after year, we were praying and believing. And just mid-2022, my son invited me up to Bethel to a conference, and I went up there with him. We were in a 3-hour worship session, and it felt like 30 minutes. It was so powerful, beautiful. Wow. But in that worship session, God spoke to me clearly and told me, stop praying for your children to come to Awaken. Stop asking me for that. I want it more than you do. And when he told me that, I stopped. I came home and I told my wife, we're done. We're done praying for that. It's already taken care of. God wants it more than we do. All he said was, stop and believe and just have faith and stay busy in the things of God. And that's what I did. And that's what I did when I came back. And that's what we believe for. So come a couple months later, my son-in-law approached me at home and he's like, hey Dad, we're thinking about transitioning out of our church. And instantly, I wanted to jump for joy, but I didn't. I kept it in. And the reason was, he kind of mentioned, but we don't know what that looks like. And not only do we not know what that looks like, but Awaken honestly wasn't one of the top choices of what that looked like. So I didn't sit there and have a pity party about it. I just remembered what God told me. And I know that he wanted it more than I did. So I just continued to serve, to believe, and have faith in what he promised me. And then January 1st, we were here in the front, me and my wife, and just worshiping. And my wife looks back and she